Okay, so Finn not exactly understanding what Steffi is saying. So she's trying to let him know, okay, this is what happened during the little, what's it called? Is it called a hearing? But she's trying to feel listen, the whole time I'm thinking Finn don't want to do it. Finn don't want to do it. And still at the end of the episode, Steffi still was like, so what do you say? I was like, he been telling you no without saying no. But hey y'all, and welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea. This is for the Bold and Beautiful February the 15th, 2023. But okay, so the episode start and everything, and Finn's trying to figure out what went down because he was like basically saying, okay, this is what's supposed to be happening. It's supposed to be in between Hope and Thomas. How did you become an option or whatever? And basically during the whole episode, I would say that everybody is basically saying that too because, and they wanted, I think I forgot which one said that wasn't even in the paperwork. They had all the paperwork drawn up and everything. And I had a question. Okay, so if did Hope legally adopted Douglas, right? So how does that automatically cancel out her adoption or what? I know they had paperwork drawn up and they supposed to be made a decision and everything, but I still don't understand. I still don't understand because I thought she legally adopted him and that made her his mother and the Thomas the father or whatever. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm confused at this point. But so yeah, Steffi trying to let Finn know that Douglas said that he wanted to stay with her. He put her name down on the paper when the judge asked and everything. And that could have went either way. The judge could have been like, it's between Hope. They could have explained it to him. It's between your mother and your father. You either live with Hope or you live with Thomas. Douglas said Steffi. And I said, look, the whole episode I was thinking that what's his name? Finn don't want to do it, and Steffi do want to do it. I feel like I knew when they was in that little office that Steffi wanted to do it. I feel like then it was revealed that she wanted to do it because when Hope was trying to convince her not to do it and to toss some sense into Douglas and all this other stuff, I was like, she seemed like she wanted to do it to me. But this would be a different storyline. But at the same time, we barely see those kids. So what was the point of this whole storyline? I don't understand because yeah, we barely see them kids. We see Douglas more than any of the other kids, but that's usually when they trying to make Thomas look like an unfit father, which he do be acting unfit or whatever. But yeah, Liam is trying to comfort Hope. She freaking out. I was like, man. But what happens if down the line, y'all know I keep talking about this Caroline coming back. What happens down the line if Caroline does come back and she has to give up Douglas? What happens then? But yeah, she freaking out, which is understandable because he has been living with them. And he did say the other day that he would choose between them. I said that's why I was like, okay, maybe he didn't fully understand and maybe there was a situation where they could have took the time to explain it. I mean, they tried to, but he still was, he still chose her or whatever. I think it's just that he liked the vibe over there. He liked spending time with Kelly and everything. And I was like, they are family and everything. And I said, well, maybe they just need to start actually acting like family. But Liam brought up something later that I had said and I agree with that he saw what was going on between Hope and Thomas, and that's what led him to his decision, as well as the fact that he didn't want to disappoint either one of them. Now he said, like I said, that he wanted to live with Hope and Liam, but at the same time, I don't know what made him. Maybe after they heartfelt speech, he didn't want to disappoint them. But yeah, Liam was trying to comfort Hope, let her know she didn't do nothing wrong. I thought Thomas was still gonna be there because when the episode ended, he was there, but he left. I guess we gotta assume at this point. But yeah, Liam just trying to comfort her the whole episode, let her know that she didn't do nothing wrong. She was actually a great parent. Douglas actually did say he wanted to live with them at first, but something changed. But then he ends up saying that maybe it is a good idea for Douglas to stay with Steffi. And Hope, Hope started looking at him, and I said, "Abort mission." I said, "Abort mission." Wrong thing to say to your wife, especially in regards to Steph. Y'all know the history out there. I thought she was gonna take that worse than she did, or whatever, but she still felt some type of way. But yeah, I was like, "Abort mission, Liam. Don't tell your wife that." But I said at the same time, I saw somebody else mention this on one of the Bold and Beautiful videos. They was like, Liam never really wanted Douglas there to begin with, and I said, I agree. He didn't or whatever. I feel like he got used to him, but I mean, I don't know. Like, could they pull out? I want to know, could they pull out of it if they was like, okay, Judge, we changed our mind. We don't want to go through with this. She did say they would have to, if they don't work things out, they're gonna have to have another meeting with her and everything. I said, see, Thomas shouldn't have came up with that crazy idea, because you shouldn't let him chose or whatever. But excuse me. I call for every review. I don't know what it is, but I wrote that Hope ex Finn. I mean Steffy ex Finn, how he feels about Douglas living with them. And I was like, you're not reading the room, lady. You're not reading the room. Hope reveals she's scared of losing Douglas and everything. She doesn't want Douglas to go and live with Steffi. She was like, we're his parents and all that stuff. And I said, that's exactly the problem right there. Right there, that's the problem. Because y'all not acting in unity. Y'all not acting as two parents or whatever. Y'all get to talking like, oh, he's my son, oh, he's my son or whatever. You supposed to say our son. Our son. If everybody got along and acted better, maybe Douglas would have wanted to stay or whatever. But because of they acting like, okay, first of all, everybody who had kids with somebody, they don't always stay together or whatever. You have to make time. And then I feel some type of way when she was talking about when Liam brought up Kelly and everything. And I was like, I feel some type of way, because how is it okay for Beth not to see Kelly and that's her actual sister? I don't know. That's a whole nother video I'm gonna do probably if I remember. But yeah, she doesn't want Douglas to go and everything. Finn seems hesitant, which is understandable. But Finn says that they'll be in the middle of Hope and Thomas drama, which is true. I agree with that. But you can tell by his facial expression he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it or whatever. He wants Steffi to say she understands that, he don't want it to be no mess. He don't want it to be no mess. And I said, well, Sheila the biggest threat or whatever. Sheila is the biggest threat out of everybody. But yeah, he wants Steffi to say she understands, and by her facial expression, you can tell she don't understand or whatever. But Steffi seems like she want to do it. I think that she do. And by the end of the episode, yeah, she definitely wants to do it, because she asked him again. And I was like, lady, he done told you. Now, he ain't flat out said it. He should have just said, no, that's that, or whatever. But I knew that they was going to try it. I think they going to ultimately try to see how it works, to see if he be like, I actually want to go home or whatever, because everybody keeps saying that he gonna get tired of over there and won't miss his family. I said, y'all thought he was gonna choose y'all too, and that's what Hope told Liam or whatever, which is true. Like, you don't know, you never know, you definitely never know. But Finn tells Steffi that he don't want nothing to be a threat to that what they got going on, their union and all this stuff. And I would say the biggest threat to their union is Sheila, not Douglas staying with them. But I get it. It will certainly create mess. But let's face it, these folks gonna forever be into it. They'll say their family one minute, then act the opposite of that later or whatever. But yeah, I said, the biggest threat to y'all union is Sheila, in my opinion. And I would say Sheila, and the fact that Steffi and Liam always seem to eventually start messing around again, and we all know eventually that's gonna come. Now they might take a page out of Taylor and Brooke book and try to get along for a split second, but eventually the writers always seem to result back to that, where Liam and Steffi messing around, or he back over here with Hope, or Ridge and Brooke, or Ridge and Taylor, or whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe it won't go down like that. Hopefully not. But yeah, he was saying like he don't want nothing to interfere with what they got going on. It's already been so much going on, which is true. It's been a lot going on. They never even revealed if they actually went and filed the doggone paperwork to be married or whatever. Cause you remember when he was trying to be cool with Sheila or whatever, and he was showing remorse for her. The whole situation where they was like, Steph was like, she hadn't filed the paperwork. They never even, well, I don't recall. Maybe they did, but I don't recall them actually saying like, okay, we went and we filed it. They never showed it or whatever. Excuse me. So I was like, man, I hate when they do that, when they show stuff off screen, because you just gotta assume at this point. Because I don't recall that, and I was waiting on it too, but maybe they did. But yeah, he keeps saying this. He don't want nothing to interfere, which like I said, as long as she loud, she already done said she wanted revenge on Forrester. So Douglas, the least of your worries. But Hope regrets listening to Thomas and everything. She's like, why did I let a child decide? I said, I don't know why you let it. I don't know what child's thinking. I said, I don't know what y'all's thinking. But yeah, she regrets listening to Thomas and everything. I said, I bet you do. I think even Steffi was saying something about they put Douglas in that situation and everything. I was like, oh, Lord, Steffi, don't get attached. Don't get attached, Steffi. And I think they said that Thomas and Steffi gonna get to arguing about something. Well, I'm guessing about Douglas and everything. And he gonna be saying he already told her once that's my son and everything. And I was like, oh Lord, they already was into it or whatever. But yeah, they say that they supposed to get the arguing and everything. But yeah, Hope regrets listening to Thomas. Hope says their family is being torn apart because Douglas Beth looks at Douglas as a sister. I mean a brother, and Douglas looks at her like a sister, a little sister and everything. And then Liam brought up how she don't get to something he said about Kelly is her half sister and something about they don't see each other or they get to see each other or something. And I say I hate the whole half sibling thing because I feel like you should just say this. Is they a half a person? Is they a half a person? I don't understand that. I understand what they saying. Like it comes from one half of the parent and stuff like that. But I don't like that. Just say it's a sister or whatever. I remember. Do y'all remember when before the kids was even born? Well, I think before Beth was born, Hope was like she ain't gonna let them see each other or something. Which one of them said that? One of them said they weren't gonna let the other one see each other or whatever. I think it was Hope because that's what led Steffi to adopt Phoebe, who is actually Beth in the first place or whatever. But that's why I brought that up because I said hopefully Steffi don't get attached to Douglas and then she gonna have to give him up or whatever. I said hopefully she don't get attached because remember she got attached to Phoebe, but she didn't know that was Beth and everything. But yeah, I hate the whole half sibling thing. Kelly is Beth's sister or whatever. And I don't like how they be treating her. They don't mention her. I mean, granted, like I just said, we don't see none of these kids except Douglas, and that's only when they want to stir up some mess with Thomas. They can't get this man no new woman. They gotta either bring his son into the equation and make him seem like an unfit parent, and based on what he be doing, he is in a way or whatever. But that's how they writing it. They make him seem like the crazy person or obsessed with hope or whatever, and that's all they be doing. Or something about that doggone hope for the future line. That's all they be using him for. Make it seem like he crazy. Bring Douglas in there to make him seem like a bad father. I was like, okay, y'all hate Thomas at this point. I see what y'all be talking about they hate they love the Logans and they hate the Foresters. Well, some of the Foresters or whatever, depending on how they write it or whatever. But they show Finn thinking about reuniting with Steffy. Y'all know that whole scene where they reunited when they was out of the country and stuff. And I told y'all, every week they use a flashback as a space filler. We done seen the reunion more than once. And I get it because he thinking about, oh, this is going to interfere. How he think that Douglas living there? I know probably because of the mess. But how did he think Douglas living there is going to cause chaos and drama? But Liam still being in the picture does it cause I don't know because I know we trying to move past the Liam and Steffy thing and all that good stuff, but the way they keep writing it, history seems to always repeat itself. So I was like, okay, and like I said, Sheila more so the threat than Douglas, but I get it. He just trying to stop any and everything. But it's like when he was talking to Lee about how she adopted him and stuff, and that's another thing. That's a whole another thing because they saying that it's legally binding. So that means that they Hope would never not be his adopted mother no more. What would that make Steffi his adopted mother now if it's legally binding, or it's just in regards to who raises him? Which is listen, I don't know. That's confusing, but they say they're gonna come up with some type of solution so it benefits everybody. But I don't know. Let's see what else they got. Finn keeps saying they not Douglas' parents. He basically saying no, he don't want to do it. But yeah, he keep repeating we are not his parents. He say I understand when Caroline died and all this stuff. He understand if both of their parents wasn't no good, but he said Hope and Liam actually are good parents. They be putting down Thomas bad in the mud. I mean, it's based on his behavior and everything, how he has repeatedly acted. But I just say it's the writing. It's definitely the writing because, like I said, you either make the man crazy, make him focus on hope. You have him do something to make it to hurt or insult or belittle or something in regards to his son or whatever. But Steffy being Steffy not listening at all. So she asked Finn if Douglas hadn't stayed for a little while. I said, man, didn't he just tell you without telling you multiple times? When I understand or whatever, I was expecting him to be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, just for a while or whatever. But he kept on trying to get her to see from his perspective or whatever. And I was like, lady, he don't want to do it. I was like, listen, sometimes he don't want to do it. But she thinks Douglas will realize he wants to go home if he comes to stay with them for a little while and everything. She doesn't want him to feel like he's rejected. That's another thing that she kept saying. And Hope wasn't trying to hear it. Listen, Hope don't want to let him go. She gonna have a hard time letting him go or whatever. She probably be over there every day trying to make sure he take care of, make sure he good, make sure he got everything he need. But Leon says that he doesn't want to hurt her or Douglas. I mean, no, I scratched it out. Leon says that that Douglas doesn't want to hurt her or Thomas, and that's what led to his decision. And I was like, he said that. I said in that moment they could have been like, okay, you're not gonna hurt our feelings, but your auntie Steffi is not on the for consideration. It's either gonna be one or the other, and we still gonna be. I think Hope did say we still either way it goes, they still gonna be a part of each other's lives and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they gave him too much. I understand you can't. I don't know. I ain't no parent yet, so I don't really understand. But I feel like it could have been one of those situations where the judge, Thomas, and Hope all, and even Steffi and Liam too, because they gonna be in the situation regardless. They all, try to explain more. I know they tried a little bit. Try to explain more, that he has to choose between Hope and Thomas, and that they agreed that when he said he didn't want to hurt either one of them, they spoke and said, okay, okay, you're not gonna hurt us. We gonna do better or something. I know they've tried that. They kind of make you wonder. Do Hope wonder if she regret? Well, we know she don't regret adopting him, but the fact that when it's not beneficial to them or whatever, it doesn't count. But when Thomas does something, they automatically see how fast they went and got him after Thomas had did that stuff. He was back over there at Hope House and everything. But I said, see, I don't understand. But Hope still doesn't want to let it happen. Liam thinks by denying Douglas, he won't trust them because they presented him with the choice. They told him he could choose. But I said, y'all didn't say he could choose. Y'all just said between his mama and his daddy. Y'all ain't said nothing about Steffy. Now y'all could have tried to explain it or whatever. Because again, you letting a child, like I said, if he was a teenager, I think legally in real life, they said the teenager has a right to decide or whatever. But I don't know. But yeah, they don't let this man. It's a whole bunch. I don't know. I just don't understand what was the need for this storyline right now. I would have preferred to have it later, especially if they was gonna make it interesting and give it time to build up. Because when they said that about the custody battle and everything, I was like, oh Lord, Hope and Thomas going at it again. But they don't put Steffi in the mix. Now they haven't finished the doggone Sheila storyline. I was like, I would have preferred to finish the Sheila storyline and then bring on the custody battle as well as let's say a different storyline, something interesting. But let me see. I think that was all that really happened today. Nothing too much. But yeah, that's it for this video, y'all. Don't forget to join the conversation down below. Let me know what y'all thought of this episode. What y'all think about the whole Hope and Thomas and Steffi thing. Do y'all think that Steffi, I ain't gonna say overstepping because I think somebody used that word, but yeah, I think she should have been like, no, Douglas, I'm not an option. I'm not trying to reject you or anything, but you have to choose between your mother and your father. I don't want to come in between. No, I wouldn't say that part about coming in between them because then he would view Hope and Thomas as they trying to keep him from having what he want or something. But yeah, what y'all think? Do y'all think that they have a point that if he goes over there to stay with Steffi, that he gonna get tired and be homesick? I mean, that is usually how it go. They be like, they'll have fun or whatever, but the kids will be like, they ready to go home and stuff. So she might have a point, but I feel like she gonna get attached or something gonna go wrong or something. But yeah, like I said, join the conversation down below. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all subscribe too. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I already said join the conversation. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, I added the link, or I will add the link to my mental health store where you can buy digital products. Y'all make sure y'all check out my store if you want to. And purchase something. all digital products, which means they'll be available for immediate download at the purchase. That's it, y'all. Have a good rest of the day. Be safe. Until next time, deuces.